Well, tonight, the 11 News I team probes the question, is using obscenity enough to get you stopped by the police? The arrest caught on camera in a suburban Anne Arundel County community brings it to light. Here's lead investigative reporter Jane Miller.
The arrest of Brandon Dennis, recorded by a bystander, was not because he was wanted for a violent crime or had been spotted committing a crime. What happened that day in September in the Pasadena area of Anne Arundel County all started because of the F word that an Anne Arundel County police officer heard as he drove by Brandon Dennis's home.
Me and my friends was in the driveway, and he was on the wrong side of the road, and I'm like, he looking hard like, what's the problem? Like, he must thought I said F him. My hands behind
Dennis asked not to have his face shown when he spoke of the encounter in an interview.
I was talking to my friends, actually. Next time he thought I was talking to him, and I wasn't.
The officer was on his way home at the end of his shift, but he chose to stop his car. In his charging document, he wrote, "I turned the vehicle around and approached Dennis. I asked him what he said. The F word flew again."
He did say F me several times. And he said, "I know who you is." And he said my name and have a nice f***ing day. I'm like, "You have a nice f***ing day." He was like, "Come in, you're under arrest." I'm like, "No, I ain't going nowhere."
A scuffle ensued, according to both Dennis and the officer, as the officer took Dennis into custody. The bystander's video picks up when the incident spilled onto the street. Dennis was pushed to the curb, face down. The officer drew his gun, saying someone slapped at him.
Why you got your gun out?
In the charging document, the officer wrote, "I observed a very large crowd of approximately 50 people circling the other officer and I. I was afraid of a possible ambush." He called the situation extremely dangerous. In the bystander's video, 9 people can be seen near the officers, not counting the person taking the video. A school bus had no problem using the street. The video shows the officer taking Dennis to a patrol car without incident.
The discrepancy between the charging document and the videos very much concerned me.
Kathleen Kirshner is Dennis's lawyer. As a result of his arrest, 13 charges were filed against Dennis, including assaulting an officer, escape, and drug violations for what officers say they found on Dennis once they had him in custody. Kirshner argues the encounter should not have happened in the first place.
The F word, or saying F-you, while it's not polite, is a constitutionally protected phrase, and a well-trained police officer would never, in my opinion, turn his car around and come back to another individual to confront them because they've said something that they don't like.
Anne Arundel County Police say their officers are trained to have a thick skin when cursed at, but they also say they do have the right to approach someone when it happens. Is saying that word a crime?
No, saying that word is not a crime.
But Lieutenant Ryan Frazier says cursing may give an officer reason to pay attention.
It threw the red flag and it made him want to investigate this further and approach that subject and engage him in conversation and see exactly what was going on.
And he had the right to do that?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, he had every right to turn around and to approach the subject, to engage in conversation. Don't need probable cause for that. However, as this situation went on, if there was some type of other crime or if the officer developed some type of probable cause, that's when he could put his hands on the person or ask for identification.
It's impolite, and perhaps we should be more of a polite society, but it's not illegal, and it does not ever warrant a police officer to come and conduct an investigation.
The criminal case against Brandon Dennis is in the circuit court. Dennis plans to file an internal complaint with the police department. For the 11 News I team, I'm Jane Miller.